and happy Pilates Day. Are you ready to go? You're going to need a couple of cushions as props today. And we're going to start sitting on the cushions as we get our spine warmed up and ready for the exercises to come. So I want you to sit on your cushions. Either have your legs crossed, have them straight, just find a comfortable position for your legs, but let's lengthen up through the crown of the head. So let's feel that spine lengthening up more and more. Collarbones are wide, shoulder blades are sliding down your back, and let's just take a couple of breaths in through the nose. As we let the breath out, let's visualize our spine lengthening even more. And again, take a breath in. Letting that breath out. We're going to start with some side reaches. So let's take the hands to the shoulders and let's reach the arms up towards the ceiling. From here, can you reach the right side a little bit more, gazing up towards your fingertips? Let's swap over. Can you lengthen and reach up through the left side of your body? Let's do that one more to the right side, one more to the left side, and come back to the center. Palms are forwards. I want you to round your spine up and over. Fingertips towards the floor and just let your head drop down, looking towards your pubic bone, and stay here for a moment as you take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's restack the spine as you slide the hands towards you, chin to the chest, head comes up last. We're going to go again, hands to shoulders, arms up. Let's reach the right side, then the left side, and again right side, left side. Square your shoulders off, palms forwards now, up and over as you round that spine forwards. Let your head drop. Stay here for a moment, take a breath. Breathe out, slide the hands towards you, come all the way up to lengthen. So let's grow even taller as we start to rotate the spine. We're going to turn to the right, and you're looking over that right shoulder, and you're seeing if you can lengthen even more. Now bring it back to the center. Let's lengthen and rotate to the left side. Looking over that left shoulder, seeing if you can grow taller. Then let's bring it back. Let's do one more each side. So lengthen, rotate to the right. Pause there for a second. Then let's bring it back to the center. Let's lengthen and rotate to that left side. Pausing here for a second. Then let's bring it back to the center. Let's add it together from the beginning. Hands to shoulders, arms up. Let's reach the right side, the left side. And again, right. Left, square your shoulders off, palms forwards, now rounding your spine up and over, fingertips to the floor, head drops down. Stay here for a second as you take a breath in, breathe out, slide the hands towards you, restack the spine. Lengthen first and then rotate to the right side as you look over your shoulder, bring it back. Lengthen, let's turn and we rotate to the left side and then bring it back. Let's add on some side bends. Right hand goes to the floor, left arm lifts up and over. We want to breathe into the side of that rib cage, and then let's bring it back to the center. So place your left hand down. As your right arm stretches up and over, you're breathing into your right side of that rib cage. Breathe out back to the center. Let's go one more each side, and then bring it back. And again, we go over to that left side, and then let's bring it back. Sweep the hands back, lean back and lift your head and chest now as we go into extension. And then slide the hands back. Let's do that again. Sweep the hands back. Just lean into the fingertips. Feel your chest lifting. Gazing up the wall, maybe where the wall meets the ceiling. Then bring it back to the center. Let's add everything together from the beginning. Hands to shoulders. Arms up. Let's reach right. Reach left. Again, right side. Left side, back to the center, up and over, you round forwards, let that head drop, take a breath, breathing out, slide the hands towards you, lengthen up, rotate, we're turning to the right, and then back to the center. Let's lengthen as we rotate to the left side, bring it back. Now we go up and over for side bend to the right, and then back to the center, up and over, side bend to the left. Bring it back to the center. Sweep the hands back, lean into the hands. Feel that chest lifting as we find that extension in the spine. And then back to the center. One last time from the beginning. Hands to shoulders, arms up. Let's reach right and left. Reach the right side, reach the left side. Back to the center, up and over, rounding forwards. Stay here, take a breath. Breathing out, slide the hands towards you. Lengthen up as you rotate. So hopefully your spinal movements are feeling a little freer now, a little easier now, getting ready for the work to come ahead. Bring it back, up and over to that right side, and then we bring it back, up and over to the left side, and then bring it back, the hands sweep back, lean back, lift the head, lift the chest, open out the collarbones, and then we bring it back to the center. We're going to slide off the cushions, put your cushions to one side, and then let's sit, legs bent, hold on to the legs. Now, feel like you're almost trying to pick the legs up. You're creating this long spine. Your collarbones are wide. Let's take a breath in. As we breathe out, let's start to tuck the pelvis under. Feel your pubic bone curling up. Now think about your core muscles, those muscles that support your spine. They wrap around the back of the spine, the sides of the spine, the front of the spine like a belt. So can you tighten that belt? Can you draw the navel in? Take a breath, breathing out, let's roll back up, and then we lengthen. Let's go again, breath in. Breathing out, let's tuck under. Maybe we go back a little bit further. Remember, listen to your body. Take a breath. Breathing out, draw the navel in, coming up. Keep your hands on your legs or take away the support for more of a challenge. So we tuck under. It's all about control here. Tilt that pelvis, take a breath. As we breathe out, draw the navel in, coming back up. We're going to do 3 more. So whatever feels good on your body. But we've got this belt on, we've got the core muscles activated the whole time. Let's do 2 more here as we go down, and then draw the navel in, coming up, and this is your last one, tucking under, but we're going all the way down. You're going to be lying down on your back. Once you're on your back, shuffle the feet towards the bottom, spread out your toes. Let's take a moment as we check our position. So we want to have the feet shoulder distance. We want that line from our feet, tracking to the knees, tracking to the hips, tracking towards our shoulders, chin to the chest, back of the neck is long, and the collarbones wide. We're going to go into some shoulder bridges here. But first of all, let's just take a breath in. Can you breathe out and really activate the core? Remember that belt. Can you tighten the belt? Now, without your pelvis moving, can you feel your stomach muscles pressing the lower back closer towards the floor? And then start to tilt the pelvis. Your pubic bone's higher than the hip bones. Then begin to peel your spine away from the floor. Section by section, bone by bone. Use your arms to press down into the floor, chin to the chest. Let's make sure the front of these hips are opened. We're not just hanging out here. So feel this pubic bone curling up. Take a breath. As we breathe out, leveling the top of the back lower down first. The middle of the back lower down second. So we keep curling that pubic bone up till the last second. And then let's return back to that neutral position. Let's do that again. So breath in. As we breathe out, tighten that belt. Can we use the stomach muscles to press the lower back down? Then begin to tilt the pelvis. Then we're peeling the spine up. Then we're holding it here at the top. We're squeezing the bottom muscles. We're opening out the fronts of the hips. Then we're letting that spine lower down. One section at a time. And then let's release. Now let's add on. I want you to keep your feet apart, but let both of your legs roll to the right side. And let both legs come back to the center. Now your both legs are rolling to the left side. And back to the center. Now let's add it together. We've got that shoulder bridge. So breath in here. As we breathe out, using the core to press the lower back and then tilting. Then peeling up. Holding it at the top as you take a breath in. As you breathe out, letting that spine lower down section by section, bone by bone, till you find your neutral pelvis again. Then your legs are rolling to the right side. Then your legs come back to the center. The legs are rolling to the left side. Bring it back. Let's do 2 more rounds. Back to that shoulder bridge. So breath in. Breathing out, use those stomach muscles first, then imprint the lower back. Tilt and peel. Holding it for a second at the top before you let the spine lower down. Keep tilting that pelvis to the last second, and then you release it, and then your legs are rolling to the right. You're going to bring it back to the center. Now your legs roll to that left side. And then let's bring it back. Let's do 1 more of these. So breath in. As we breathe out, imprint, let's tilt. We're peeling that spine up. Hold it here, take a breath. As we breathe out, feeling it lower down.
Keep tilting that pubic bone and that pelvis to the last second. Then your legs are rolling to the right. Then your legs come back to the center. Then your legs are rolling to that left side. And then we bring it back to the center. Now let's stay center. Let's focus on these core muscles. So take a breath in. Now as you let the breath out, tighten that internal belt. Feel it wrapping from the sides into the belly button. So really keep that core activated now. But check what's happening to your upper body. Are you looking behind you? Is there tightness here? If there is, then I want you to put a cushion under your head to get that alignment. The navel is pulled in, the collarbones are wide. Let's bring our right leg up to tabletop. So we keep the leg in tabletop. We want to keep this core activated as the left leg comes up. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to let the stomach pop up, and we don't want the back to change position. So drawing the navel in, good. Now from here, we're going to let one leg lower, and we're just finding that challenge spot. How much can you keep your core switched on as that leg lowers? As you breathe out, it comes back up. Now you do the same thing with the left. Good. Bring it back up. I want you to keep this going. So I'm going to add some challenger moves. I'm going to link in a few of Joseph Pilates classical moves, but I want you to stay with what feels best for you. So if you want to stay with these toe taps, you do. If not, we're going to go into the 100. So let's slide the hands forwards. Let's curl up and bring your legs together. So we lengthen the fingertips. We'll look towards the legs. Navel is in and the arms pump up and down. So this is one of Joseph's original moves. We're going to breathe in for 5 counts and we're going to breathe out for 5 counts. And we're going to do that 100 times. So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, legs out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, legs in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now keep this movement going. We're challenging the core. We're strengthening the arms. There's lots going on in this exercise. But if this doesn't feel good on your body, stay with those toe taps we did originally. If you're feeling this in your neck, and it's not always a bad thing, we want to strengthen the muscles in the neck, but if you're looking up, then I want you to let your head rest on the cushion. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you leave the legs out. When you're nearly there, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, and out. One more round, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the knees in, pull the knees in towards your chest. Well done. Let your head drop down and just let your legs roll side to side. So that'll have definitely warmed up the abs. In fact, in the classical exercises, that's the warm-up exercise. So hopefully that's warmed up your body, just side to side as you massage out that lower back. Perfect. Now from here, let's bring our legs back to this tabletop position, but keep the navel in. Let's lift the arms up. We're going to open the arms out. Let's place the backs of the hands on the floor. Option 1, you can do this with your feet on the floor. Option 2, tabletop. But we're going to work our obliques, the muscles in the waist. So we keep the navel in. With control, your legs are going to roll to the right and your head is going to rotate and turn to the left. So the catch is we want to keep the scapula, the shoulder blades on the floor. And then let's bring the legs and head to the center. Can your legs go to the left, head to the right, but without your shoulders lifting off the floor? So sometimes less is more on this exercise. And again, breathing in as the legs go one way, head the other way. As you breathe out, let's bring it back. And again, let's breathe in, legs one way, head the other way. As we breathe out, let's bring it back. Let's do one more each side. Breathing in, legs one way, head the other way. Then we're going to bring it back. And let's do one more. And we're going to layer in another of Joseph's classical exercises. So we're going to bring it back to the center. The arms lift, the head lifts. You pull yourself up. We're going to do single leg stretch. Can we pull the right leg in? Extend the left leg. Option 1, your leg is up to the ceiling as you change. The lower the leg is, the more challenging this is. So let's use the hands to lift the upper body up. We want to keep the head up high as we swap the legs over. Pause for a second, breath in, breathe out and change and change. And with all movements, we're working through the whole body. You're lengthening and stretching all the muscles in the legs. You're strengthening these core muscles. You're working these muscles in the upper back, in the neck. We're going to do 4 and then change. Let's do 3 and then change. We've got 2 and change. Last one
and change, and then hug the knees in. Well done. Let that head drop down onto the floor, chin to the chest. If you are feeling the muscles in the neck, and again, that's not a bad thing, but just release it. Let your head roll to the side. Bring it to the center. Let the head roll to the other side. Bring it to the center. Let's just do one more each side. We're going to the right, then back to the center, head to the left. Bring it back to the center. Place the feet on the floor. Lie on your side and lengthen out the arm, head resting on the arm. So we're in a new position, so we need to check that we're in the correct position. So we want our body in a straight line. So looking at the line of the mat to the line of the body. Hand is on the floor, that shoulder is down. Now feel the arm, the crown of the head lengthening one way, feel the legs lengthening the other way. Yeah, we've got this strong center, we're engaging the core, we're tightening that belt. So we're lifting the legs up, and then we're flexing them, and then let them lower. Let's go again, point, and we lift them up, and flex. Good, let them lower. Now keep this going. So we're trying to make sure our pelvis stays level. So in other words, the hip isn't rolling backwards or forwards. If you want more of a challenge, you can take away the support of that arm. And again, we'll point, and then let's lift, and then flex. Good, lower. Let's do 3 more. It's really important to work every part of our body. We're strengthening all these muscles down the side of our body here. 2 more, and flex, and lower. 1 more, point, lift. Now leave the legs up. Keep the navel in. Remember, arm is up or arm is down. But can we lengthen this top leg and lift it and stretch it? Right, we're going to work our adductors, the muscles down the insides of the legs. So can you lift the bottom leg up and the top leg lowers, and they meet halfway, and you squeeze them together? Then let's release. Perfect. Let's do that again. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, good, release. Squeeze, release. We're going to do 4. That's it. We've got 3. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Leave the legs there. Bend the knees in front, and then let them rest down on the floor. Let's do our bend elbow rotation. So bend your elbows, hands behind the head. Keep your legs still. Lift this top elbow. Feel your rib cage turning and rotating. Try not to let those legs move. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, the elbow lifts and you come back. Let's go again. The elbow lifts. Let's turn and rotate that spine. Take a breath. And then as you breathe out, let's bring it back. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So the elbow lifts. Feel your rib cage rotating. And then stay back in that position for a moment as you breathe into the position. As you breathe out, bring it back. And let's do that 1 more time. So the elbow lifts. Let's turn and we rotate. Holding it here, take a breath. As we breathe out, we're coming all the way back to that start position. Perfect. Before we do the other side, let's release. Let's roll onto our front. We're going to go back to one of Joe's classical moves, and this is called Swan, and it's all about extension in your upper back. We do so much in our daily lives, bending and leaning forwards on mobile phones, etc. We really need this movement in our body. So your legs are apart. Make sure the hips are pressed down towards the floor. We're going to start with baby swan. So your elbows and hands are going to be on the floor and your forehead is resting down. Now we want to make sure that our shoulders aren't lifting to the ears. So I want the scapula to slide down away from the ears. Keep your elbows and hands on the floor. Lift the head. Just look forwards on your mat. As you look forwards, we don't want the shoulders hunching up. We want to slide them down. And then we're going to lower all the way down so the forehead drops back down. Let's go again, breathing in and lift. Hold it there, just a small lift, just that upper back, that thoracic spine. And then let's lower back down. So let's stay with this. Curling up and lifting up, getting that extension, and then let's lower. I'm going to show you the next version of this, but if this is enough for you, please stay with this. If you have a condition like spondylosis, then you stay with just this small range of movement. If you want to increase this range of movement, your elbows lift, your hands are on the floor, the shoulders are down. So you don't bypass the first part of the movement, you move through that, then maybe a little higher, but without your shoulders hanging up. And then as you breathe out, you lengthen the front of the spine as you lower down. You're breathing in. Maybe you come up a little higher. If this is not good on your lower back, then you stay with that baby swan and lower. And again, we're trying to use these back extensors on this movement. As we breathe out, lengthen and lower down. 2 more, whichever version you're doing. You're breathing in as you curl up. As you breathe out, you're going to lower down. And this is your last one, breathing in, curling up. I want you to lift your bottom, bring the feet together, sit back on your heels, stretch the arms out, let your forehead rest down on the floor for a moment, and stay here, and breathe, deep breath in. Let that breath out. And again, in through the nose, letting that breath out through the mouth, and one more breath in. As you breathe out, sit back on your heels, roll up to sitting, and we've got the other side to do. So let's roll onto the other side. Check your position, remember, check your alignment. Look at the line of your mat to the line of your body. We want to have our hips stacked, and we want to make sure we can see the legs that haven't gone too far back. Hand is on the floor, and the shoulder blade is sliding down. So let's lengthen those legs. And as we lift, let's try and maintain this pelvic stability. Then flex the feet and let's lower down. Again, we're going to point. Let's stretch, lengthen and lift. Flex, lengthen through the heels, lower. Again, if you want to, more of a challenge, take away the support of that arm. If you're not quite there yet, then maybe have a fingertip on the floor instead of your full hand. Good, and flex. Let's lengthen, stretch out, lower down. 4 more here to go. Remember, strengthening the obliques and all the muscles down the side of the body. And again, let's do 3 more. Good, and flex. And then you lower. 2 more, you're going to point. And then let's lift. And then let's flex. And lower, let's do 1 more point. And lift. Now let's stay here. Can we lengthen that top leg? And lift. Hold it there. Make sure these hips are still stacked. Time to work the inner and outer thighs. Let's squeeze those legs together. Super glue them together. Then let's release. And again, the bottom leg lifts. The top leg lowers and you squeeze and release. And let's squeeze. Good, release. Again, so really important to strengthen all of your body. 2 more. Release. 1 more. Squeeze your legs together. If your arm is up, place it down. Bend the knees. And then let them lower down. Well done. Ready for our bent elbow rotation. So bend the elbows, hands behind the head. Legs stay together, the elbow lifts. Visualize this rib cage just turning like a steering wheel. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, the elbow lifts and come all the way back. And let's do that again. Let's lift. Turn. Feel that rotation. Stay back for a moment. Take a breath. As you breathe out, lift the elbow, let's bring it back. And again, let's do 2 more here. Rotating that spine, then the elbow lifts, and let's bring it back. And let's do that one last time. So we lift the elbow, turn and rotate, and let's stay here. Just take a couple of breaths. Give your body a little time to settle into this position. And then when you're ready, the elbow lifts. Let's bring it all the way back to that start position. Well done. From here, let's roll round onto our hands and knees now. So we're round onto hands and knees. And again, it's all about checking your alignment. So your knees are under the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Let's just round our back and drop the head. So our head is looking towards the thighs. We're seeing if we can tuck this pelvis under anymore. Then we're tightening that belt, that internal muscle. And then taking a breath into the back. As you breathe out, return your spine to that flat back, neutral position. Let's do that again as we tuck under, round the back. Then pubic bone to head, head to pubic bone. Tighten that belt, take a breath. Breathing out, let's bring it back to neutral. And we're just going to do this 1 more time as we tuck under, we're rounding the back, looking towards the thighs. Now from here, tuck your toes under. Can you draw the belly button in and lift the knees off the floor? And then start to walk the hands to the feet. And as you do, I want you to bend your knees a bit. I
want you to make sure that your feet are parallel. Head and arms are hanging. Tighten that belt. Draw the belly button in first and then roll up. Restack that spine all the way up. Head comes up last. Let's check your alignment. Feet parallel. Crown the head lengthen up. Collarbones are wide. Arms are down the side of your body. Take a breath in. Let's roll down to finish. Let your chin drop. Let your arms move forward. Soften the knees. How's your body feeling now? Hoping it's feeling good. Let the head hang. Let your arms hang, letting go of any tension in your neck. Let go of any tension in your shoulders. Now tighten that belt. Draw the navel in. And then let's roll up. Restacking all the way up until that head comes up last. The shoulders are backing down. Take a breath. And again, let's roll down through the spine. Just nice and steady. Rolling the body down. Let the head hang, let the arms hang. Take that breath in, draw the navel in. You're restacking that spine. Use your core muscles to help pull you back up. And head up last. Let's do that one more time. So this has just been a little taste of some of the contemporary Pilates we do in class, some of the classical Pilates that we do. But all in all, Pilates is about creating a strong, healthy body to cope with anything in life. So draw the navel in, roll up, head up last, lift the arms up to the ceiling, lengthen up through the fingertips, press the arms down. You're all set for the day. Enjoy.